Hello and welcome to the Gin Weekly Update for Friday, April 20th, 2018. I'm Joel Yaste. Before we get to Dr. Tom and the lesson of the week, I wanted to mention a conversation that I had with somebody this past week, and it's similar to conversations that I've had for the past 6 months with former Gin members. You may recall that Dr. Tom was speaking of how we're getting new members in this club all the time, but we're also reinstating quite a few members who have left the club and are now coming back. See, we talk about the benefits of this club. We talk about the benefits of the major events and the benefits of the networking, the friendships that you make in this club. And Dr. Tom talks about how the benefits of this club can reach further into your life than you ever knew. And nobody knows that better than somebody who has left the club and now has come back. So I spoke to this person, and he said that something was missing in his life and wanted to reinstate his membership. He was curious as to, where do you start? Do you go back to level 1? Do you get to be reinstated back to where you were? That's a big deal. So congratulations to David Kruger and his mother, Nancy Kruger. David is a level 6 member, and he reinstated this week. Which reminds me, if there is somebody that you know who wants to come back to Gin, who wants to be a part of the training and the benefits and the events, the local events, the major events globally, let them know that they can reach out to us. Support@ginunited.com to come back and be a part of this club. And now for your lesson of the week, here's Dr. Tom Morter. Dr. Tom?
Hello, I'm Dr. Tom Morter, and I would like to congratulate you for being a part of this amazing club called the Global Information Network. Dr. Ted and Blaine and I just want to share with you what an honor and a privilege it is to share this club with you and to be involved in this club with you. And there are so many exciting things that are coming, that are happening, that we will be talking about over the next few weeks. Some enhancements that are happening, like to the website. Yes, enhancements to the website to make it more user-friendly, to make it easier to navigate, so that you can have a better experience. And not only that, but our vision is to make it a better experience, an easier experience for years to come, for new members who join. When they get in, they will only ever know about the great enhancements that have been taking place. Now, as you know, in the world of technology, these things take some time. But I'm here to tell you that we have made a pledge, we have made a commitment, time-wise, financially, there's a timeline, there is a plan that is in play, and it's happening now to update this website. We're very excited about that. We have a call on Sunday with our Club 712 ambassadors. They are an integral part of this club. The leadership, the upper echelon of this club is contributing. They have been contributing, as a matter of fact, their number one recommendation throughout the organization of that Club 712 group was website enhancement. It's the number one thing we're tackling. We have committed to it. We are doing it. It is happening. I also want to tell you that they are assisting us in other ways, other hints and suggestions and ways in which that we can enhance and improve your club. That's what this is about. This is a team. We have a team in Chicago that does a spectacular job, a fantastic job, and they are constantly communicating with you via email and all of the work that goes into when you click here. There's a lot of stuff that happens before that and after that, and I just want to kind of give a shout out to them as well. Lastly, I want to tell you that remember the sponsoring bonus that's happening. When we talk about this club and we talk about events and when we talk about gatherings, we're not just talking about the major events. We also will be sponsoring local. We also will be involved in having regional. We also will be involved in having global, like our major events, like the one that's happening in Chicago. And our bonus to those new members who join in the month of April remains, we are going to gift you a ticket to that event. The ticket itself to the event will be yours just for joining this club. Not only do you get all the other value that I've talked about in previous, and if this is your first time and this is your first Friday update to watch, go back and look at some of those previous announcements that we've made, because you'll begin to understand the value of what you have inside this club. You see, people and leaders are emerging. People are growing. People are becoming more successful. People are having their lives enhanced in a number of ways. In a number of ways. As a matter of fact, we recently had our last major event in New Orleans, and we had a time where Earlene Vining invited some ladies up onto stage to share their success, to share their story, to share what's happened to them inside Gin. And the members were so moved by what happened on that Sunday morning, and as was I. And I contacted Earlene and I said, I would like for you to connect with these ladies, and I'll be giving you excerpts as time goes on. I want to share a couple of those with you today, because I think it's critically important that you understand how this club, how the value of this club changes lives. This first letter that I'd like to share with you is from Michelle Hines. And I'll just leave it in their words, because I think it's important for you to understand what they are saying, the message that they have gotten from their involvement in Gin. I've been in Gin since the very beginning, and I have personally witnessed the lives of so many individuals change for the better simply because they listened to your wish is your command. It's training. Even after all these years, it still astonishes me to hear how our Gin brothers and sisters have applied the principles in this training and have had it unfold into such great success in their lives. And what a privilege it's been to not only grow with these people, but to have created lifelong relationships. Listen to this, lifelong relationships with so many of them. It's one of the major benefits that happens in this club. These are just a fraction of the reasons that it was such a great honor to be asked on stage on Sunday. To share about myself and my journey through this club. The energy I received from everyone was exuberating, and in that moment I could understand exactly what Kevin means when he speaks about giving and receiving recognition. Standing on stage in the same place that many of my Gin brothers and sisters stood at different times and at different meetings, sharing what they had learned and how they had grown, simply felt wonderful. I can assure you it's a feeling Michelle Hines will remember the rest of her life. There is such a great energy that happens, particularly when you're in front of this group of people. This group of people gives more energy than any group on the planet. And when you're up there, I mean, you feel it actually, you have to be ready for it. You have to be ready for it. So when it's your turn, when it's your time, just be aware. The lights, yes, they're bright. And yes, the energy is powerful. It's the power of this club. So many people came up to me and expressed how much they appreciated what I shared and how I enlightened certain aspects of their lives, and I showed them that they too could have, do, or be anything if they set their mind to it. And something else very interesting became apparent. Members told me that by hearing how I applied the principles that we learned, they could now see a little clearer that the principles of Gin are working effectively and efficiently in their own lives. And why it's so important to pass this legacy on to so many others so that they can benefit from the greatness found in your wish is your command. The night before I was on stage, I had the privilege to sit in with the other women that I was on stage with, and I really got to know them. And I mean, we really learned something about one another. What a privilege. I recommend that everyone do this with the members of the club, because getting to share your life has a great impact on everyone around you, even if you don't realize that. It was an honor and a privilege, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Giving and receiving recognition. Sharing with fellow Gin brothers and sisters about how your life has been changed. Watch those videos. Listen to that material when it's available to you. Listen to the stories of the success that happened in this club. I want to share one more with you. This one comes from Emily Ward. It is so empowering to realize that I have a story to tell. And it is one that can encourage, uplift, and inspire both women and the men of Gin. The comments I received, especially from men, about honoring the role of mothers truly touched my heart. One person even mentioned uplifting the role of mothers was truly going back to the basics, the very fundamentals of this club. It's all about the basics. It's all about the basics. The biggest benefit I received from sharing my story from the Gen platform is that it helped me to face and overcome one of my biggest fears. Get this. It helped me to face and overcome. Do you understand how big that is for someone? To be able to face, to stare down, and to overcome your greatest fears. The fear of speaking from such a large platform. When asked, one says yes to Earlene Vining when she believes in you. I absolutely agree. Sometimes even more than you believe in yourself. You see, that's one of the beautiful aspects of this club. We believe in you. We're here for you. The training is here for you. Sometimes you have to hear it over and over and over again before you actually hear it. Sometimes you have to be exposed to things multiple times before you, quote, get it. That's okay. When you get it, you got it. And it's good. By saying yes, I experienced walking through that wall of fire that Dr. Mortar described earlier in New Orleans. When you face your fear, you walk through your wall of fire. And when you do, you come out the other side with incredible power. Incredible power. I was able to, quote, live my Gen training while learning from my Gen training. We all have heard to know and not to do is not to know. Through this experience, I showed I can conquer one of my greatest fears, so now I can conquer more. You get it? I got that one. It's kind of like a chief aim. I accomplished that. I can now set a new chief aim and I can accomplish that. I can celebrate the win. I can be happy now. I can, in fact, conquer more. That's what this club is about. This club is a lifelong process of growth. Now you can conquer more. You see, we are combining high tech with the website enhancements, with high touch that happens at our local and our regional and our global events. High tech, high touch, it's highly impactful. Apply the training to your life. Until next week, I'm Dr. Tom Mortar. Have a great week.
Thank you, Dr. Tom. Excellent job as always. Well, that's the weekly update for Friday, April 20th, 2018. I'm Joel Yaste. We'll see you again next week.